Well, I've got to tell you, this 2024 election season has been freaking wild. First, the Democrats ignite a coup against Joe Biden, dethrone him as a 2024 presidential candidate, which I predicted well over a year ago that they would do. And then they install Miss Kamala Harris, another unfavored candidate for president, and they put her as the new 2024 presidential nominee, without one single vote from Democrats. It's almost as if, by the way, this was their plan all along, because she never could have gotten voted in. And by the way, her and Tim Walz are both communist. Well, now, in a little twist to the election, yet another twist, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has come out and said now, or his VP has come out and said that he's got two options, either to stay in the race or join forces with Donald J. Trump. Interesting, right? Things are about to get crazy for the Democrats if that does happen. In fact, sources, not my sources, but sources according to Alex Jones, are stating that that could happen as early as Friday. I've got a lot to share with you, but just a quick break from my sponsor. Watch what protein shakes are doing to your body. Now, you've probably noticed that there are a lot of milk alternatives out there, many which say they are plant-based, but beware, just because something says it's plant-based doesn't necessarily mean it's good for your body. Now, your body needs to feel healthier and look younger. And not just younger, but leaner. In fact, did you know that your body was made up of 20% protein, which is obviously very crucial for building those muscles and bones in your body. Now, protein also keeps you full, boosts your metabolism, and even helps you burn calories. Now, the only way that you'll be able to enjoy these slimming benefits of protein is if you eat the type of protein that matches your personalized protein profile. That is why you guys have to check out Dr. Gundry's amazing simple quiz that helps you determine just that. In fact, all you have to do is go to www.getenergy1.com/haven. Just answer 6 simple questions to become a protein pro. Now, the quiz is very short, simple, and easy to use. Check it out at getenergy1.com/haven. If you want more information, click that more button or click the link in the description box below. All right, back to the broadcast. So before I dive into what RFK's VP, Nicole Shanahan, said, I want to show you something that happened just prior to that and probably instigated some of this. But here it is. The Washington Post put this out. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. tried to meet with Kamala Harris to discuss a cabinet job. Well, according to Robert F. Kennedy Jr., that is fake news. He never intended to meet with her. He never wanted to meet with her. He wasn't interested in having anything to do with Kamala Harris and her administration whatsoever. So the question therein lies, why did the mainstream media print BS? Well, A, they've printed BS over and over again and fake news multiple times, and nobody corrects them for it. They kind of do what they want. And 2, we all know that they're working at the behest of the Democrat Party and the communist, socialist, progressives, all one and the same. That's who they're working for, and that's why they did it. But the good news is, it seems that RFK has had enough of this. Take a listen to what his VP, Nicole Shanahan, had to say to Impact Theory on an interview.
You know, there's 2 options that we're looking at, and one is staying in, forming that new party, but we run the risk of a Kamala Harris and Walz presidency because we draw votes from Trump, or we draw somehow more votes from Trump, or we walk away right now and join forces with Donald Trump, and you know, we walk away from that and we explain to our base why we're making this decision.
So she says they've got 2 choices there, right? Number 1, stay on the path that they're on, continue the race that they're in on this third party. However, if they do that, they risk handing over a presidency to Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, which obviously they're deathly afraid of that happening because, well, they've put a second option on the table, right? Number 2, join forces with Donald J. Trump and bring those votes back to the Trump ticket. And if I have any say in it, RFK, which I like some of his policies and some of his policies I don't. He's got great policies on a lot of stuff and not so good policies on other stuff. But RFK, if you're listening, or someone in his administration, I highly encourage you, check out and side with Donald J. Trump. In fact, the reason that they're doing this is going to concern you all the more. Take a look at this. And this was on zerohedge.com. And she says this in the interview too, by the way, but RFK Jr. mulling joining forces with Trump because they run the risk of enabling a Harris-Walz presidency. Shanahan is clearly disillusioned at the anti-democratic methods that the Democrat Party have pulled to stall RFK Jr.'s progress. And here's what she said in the interview. I'm just going to read this part. The DNC made it impossible for us to, well, they have banned us. They have shadow banned us, kept us off stages, manipulated polls, used lawfare against us, sued us in every possible state. They've even planted insiders in our campaign to disrupt it and to create actual legal issues for us. I mean, the extent by which the sabotage they've unleashed upon us is mind-blowing. I mean, we're still learning new ways that they have sabotaged us. I really wanted a fair shot at this election, and I believed in the America that I, as a little girl, pledged an allegiance to. In other words, their entire campaign has been sabotaged by the Democrats. You know what's interesting? So has Donald J. Trump's campaign. He has been shadow banned. He has been banned. He has been massively sued and fined. He's been treated like a criminal, convicted of crimes that no one in the world has ever been convicted of. Hell, he may be going to jail and prison sometime soon. They've planted people inside of his campaign. All the same games. Strange, right? It's almost as if they had it in from the very get-go. And our side's not doing this, which is beyond me. It's almost as if they're two sides of the same thing, right? And why do I say that? Because they are. Now, they're continuing to block JFK. This just came out on Gateway Pundit. RFK. I said JFK, I meant RFK. RFK Jr. blocked from testifying at court hearing on Pennsylvania ballot eligibility. So he's already been blocked yet again. Now, here's what Robert F. Kennedy said after his VP's interview, just so you have an idea of maybe we can get where he's going, right? The Democrat Party positions itself as the party of liberty. Kamala Harris says the Americans should make personal decisions without the government telling them what to do. Tim Walz's golden rule is mind your own damn business. In view of the censorship, surveillance, the mandates, and the confederacy of fixers openly working to prevent me from getting on a ballot, this is like the arsonist telling us he's a firefighter. I am running to make America once again the land of liberty. And that is what Robert F. Kennedy posted there on his X page right around the same time or right after that interview. I really hope that we can once again have the land of liberty. Robert F. Kennedy. I really do. I really, really do. Well, now there are rumors. I can't confirm them at this point. And the rumors are he might actually join Donald Trump starting Friday. Take a look here. This is also on Gateway Pundit. RFK Jr. is set to drop out and endorse Trump this Friday. Sources reveal potential NIH or Attorney General aspirations. Popular conservative commentator Alex Jones took to the platform to announce RFK Jr. is expected to officially endorse Trump during a rally in LA this Friday. He hints that Kennedy, who has been a staunch advocate for medical freedom and transparency, may be eyeing a top position within the Trump administration, possibly landing the National Institute of Health or even taking on the mantle of Attorney General, an iconic role once held by his father. And here's what he states. I started reaching out to some of my contacts, and I was able to confirm about an hour ago that RFK Jr. is going to be endorsing Trump this Friday in Los Angeles. I was given other details, but I'm not going to give those out about how they're going to do it at this point. This is from inside the RFK Jr. campaign from very very, very trusted source. I also had sources very close to his campaign high up that had told me that he had been gunning for the head of the EPA or head of the NIH or even the Attorney General slot that his father, Robert F. Kennedy Sr., had. So I'll let you guys kind of work that out on your own. I don't have solid information that that's going to happen on Friday. I don't know. This is coming from Alex Jones. Take it as you will. But I guess we'll have to wait till Friday and see if that actually plays out or not. That's why I've got a question mark on the title as well. But I really hope he does. And I really want to encourage you, send emails to Robert F. Kennedy and say, hey, I think your option number 2 is great. In fact, any of the positions that he's vouching for, I would be okay with. NIH, Attorney General, good. Because the truth of the matter is Robert F. Kennedy has been on the forefront against censorship because he has experienced it firsthand. So I'd actually trust him in a lot of these positions. And you know what? I think they'd be one hell of a team to get him on the ticket with Donald J. Trump like that. Anyhow, I love you guys. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.